Hello, how are you? This is Maggie from Unic Makeovers DIY. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's nice to see everyone this evening. And today I'm doing an LS as you learn to do something. I've decided to do a necklace, such a necklace in this LS. I'm doing this necklace. Today I'm not using the pins, but rather I'm using fishing line. I want to show you what I mean. This necklace here has been made using pins, which are in each and every bead. There's a loop made on it to join each other. So today's necklace, I'm still doing a pulse necklace, but I'm using fishing line. Hi everyone, how are you? I'm using fishing line. You may not be able to see it, but this is what we call the fishing line. It's a plastic kind of thread. You are not able to cut it. So that's what we are going to use. So to begin with, I've folded my fishing line into two like this, in two equal parts. That's how it's folded. Then at the end, I've put this kind of a closure. This is a closure. That's what I'll use to fold to tie the necklace on my neck. And the closure has two parts. It has a female and a male. So now, because I don't want my male to get lost, I'll tie it. I'll put it back. I'll tighten it back where it's supposed to be. Hi, how are you? So we're going to begin. So here I have my fishing line. Remember the steps are, I folded it into two equal parts. So we're going to begin. I have my beads here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see them because they are white in color. They're pulse beads. So we're going to begin. They're in two different sizes. You'll see as we continue. They are the smaller beads, this size, and this bigger one. So this is how we're going to do it. I'll take. Hi Candice, how are you? Yeah, female and male. That's how in beadwork, that's how they're known. So I'll take on one side. I'll take one of the smaller beads like that on one side, and take another smaller bead and put on the other side and pull them to the end. So each of the two beads are on different strings, on two different sides of the fishing line. Then I'll take one of the bigger one, like that, and pass the fishing line this other side. Remember, I'm working with two thread, and pass this other side in the middle or in between the bigger bead and pull it to the end. For now, you may not be able to see the outcome so well because it's just the beginning. But at the end, we're going to see the outcome. So that's the pattern. Two small beads, then one big one. Then I'll open my thread again. I'll take one smaller bead on one side, and then another smaller bead. Hi everyone! On the other side like that. Then one bigger one, which I'll put on the first side, then pass the other side inside it or in between it like that. So that will be the pattern of our necklace. This necklace will not be too long. It's actually supposed to be shorter than this. It's supposed to be a something we call a choker. So it will be something like that length, so it won't be too long. See, that's how the pattern is supposed to be. See the outcome at the end. Guys, keep connecting. Oh, these are my girls. So I'll take another smaller bead on this side and pick a small bead and put on this other side like that, and ensure they pull them to the end. It's a bit tricky when you're working with fishing line because it keeps stretching, unlike when you're working with pins or the normal thread. This fishing line is elastic in nature, so you have to be careful so that it doesn't, the beads are not aligned on one side. And I'll take a big bead. It's so tricky working with these beads, with this fishing line. This, and pass the other thread in between and pull. For those who do not know, beadwork is therapeutic in nature. So if you have issues with concentration, it's a good way to bring back your concentration. I do not know how, but somehow, because it needs a lot of concentration when you're working with beads, more so if it depends on if you're doing counts and such. So it's considered as therapy to someone. Maybe that's the reason why I love it so much. Oh, hey everyone. Thank you for joining my LS. This is my first major LS. And I think I'm going to enjoy it at the end, to the end. I told you the outcome, you'll see it all when we get to the end, but you can see how the pattern is. So when you're done with it, you'll be able to see how our choker necklace will be. This is how it is. So I think for me to be able to work on it well, I'm going to stick it on the table with my masking tape, so that it's easier to work on it without having to. Now I'll not be able to show you what I'm doing till to the end, but it's easier to work on it when, or rather it's stuck on the table. But you can see from there how the pattern is. So I'll take another small bead, put on one side of the fishing line, and then pick for this other side, like that. And then one big pulse bead, and then pass the thread, this fishing line, in between these two. You see? And now you can be able to see the outcome better when it's placed on the table. It's on the table. You can, let me see. And I'll pick a smaller bead. Guys, keep connecting. Keep connecting, guys. Keep connecting. Those you haven't connected with, please do connect with each other. I see there's a new person, Jackie John. Connect with everyone. Jackie John, kindly connect with everyone. Then on this other side, I'll put another smaller bit. Pull them in between. Yeah, I love the outcome. Guys, I'm using my new webcam. It's a little bit dark. I haven't worked on my lighting where I'm working. I'm actually working from my office. So probably that's why you see it's not that clear, but I think I love the webcam. I bought it a few days ago. My laptop could not support the webcam, or rather my laptop webcam could not support YouTube. So I decided to get an external one. It's a USB webcam. So it's attached to my laptop using the USB port. You see, guys, that's how our necklace will be. Slowly and slowly it's building up. So we're going to continue. Pick one of the smaller beads, put on one side, and then the other smaller bead, put on the other side, and then a bigger one. Pass this thread in between the bigger bead, like that, and pull the thread on both sides. When you're making necklaces or bracelets or anything, you do not have necessarily to use the fishing line. Today I decided to use a fishing line because I've done a few videos when I'm using actually the ones I've done, I've been using pins. So today I decided to use an alternative so that at least you get to know you do not always have to use a pin. You can use the fishing line or thread. There are different kinds of thread in different sizes that you can use for your beadwork, and they are all available in the market. So they're things that you can get from the market. I hope someone is learning. Well, I'm not able to read all the comments because I'm putting a lot of concentration on this. But I hope, guys, at least you will live with someone, having connected to someone. One side, then a smaller bead on the other side, then one big bead, which going to crisscross the fishing line inside it. Good. Pick another smaller bead. Guys, just bear with me. This is my first ever LS. I'm still learning how to do it. And I know with the help of the moderator, I'll get to learn. I believe my second, third, fifth, 10th will be better than this. But we get to learn. The most important thing is for us to connect today and get to learn. Thank you everyone for joining my LS. Keep connecting those who haven't connected as you get to learn these simple, very simple tutorials on how you can make a bracelet. I believe each and every one of us can be able to make a bracelet or a necklace using this tutorial because it's pretty easy. Actually, it's just picking, crisscrossing. That is it. Those are the steps you need to follow. Kuna mtu ako na makasiriko hapo. Pole sana, Jackie, what is it? I believe the girls will sort you up. Hi, Karonisa. Yes, guys, kindly give me some thumbs up. See, we have 3. I have 4, so I'm good to go. I'm doing. But at least I'd put enough beads. So once we're done with the beads that I have, we'll complete the necklace. Pass this in between, or rather crisscross it, but ensure you crisscross it inside the bead. Fishing line, you align your fishing line into 2 equal parts so that there's no side that will have a longer one than the other. Actually, this is where the trick is when you're using the bigger bead, because you have to crisscross inside the bigger bead. For the smaller ones, those ones, it's not that, it's pretty easy because it's just putting a bead on one side of the fishing line. Here we have our necklaces. Have like 5 steps to go based on the bigger beads. Actually 7 steps. So my prayer is that someone get to learn and probably apply these. Candice, I remember you said your sister has started loving beadwork. I hope she'll get to watch this and maybe get her first tutorial out of this. Guys, I have homa, that's why naongea hivyo vile naongea. That is not my normal sauti, but ni homa nafanya niongee hivyo. Now that you guys are watching my first main LS when I'm making this, I'm going to gift one of you with this, but I don't know the criteria to determine who to gift. Give me ideas how I should determine who to give among the 4 of you who are watching. Carol, all things food, Candice, Jackie John. Who do I gift this? Who is fascinated with beads as I do? Give me an answer whom I should gift this. Now that you joined my first LS, you have honored me that much to join my first LS. Whom should I gift these bracelets? You're just the 4 of you. I'm almost done. 2 more big beads to go. I think you should. The one person who loves beads. Now, who loves beads among the 4 of you? Who? Carolina. All things food. Jackie John. Nauliza nani nitapatia hii? There's an offer here. Someone joined. Festive. Welcome to my LS, Festive. Kindly connect to the ladies. I believe you're new here. Must be a foreigner. Kindly connect with the ladies there. Ladies, connect with Festive. You must have met with him or her in one of the, I think, was it Philippines or Australian LS? Oh, guys, I'm on my last song. I've done my last big bead. So what I want to do is, I'm about to finish this necklace. So the last step, I'll take one of the smaller beads and put on one side and the other one on the other side. Like that. Then at this point, I need the second part of the closure, the male. You remember I screwed the male onto the female. Okay, that's a language reading. It's not my language. So I've removed these. So at this point, I'm going to pass the two thread or two fishing line. It has a small hole. I don't know whether you're able to see it. I'm going to pass these two in here so that I'm able to make a knot and end this tutorial on how to make this bracelet. This is the finishing side. So this is now the male here. Here. So I'll just pull my thread fully to ensure that they're all aligned. Because of using fishing line, that's why you're seeing as though it's stretching out. And then I'll make a knot here. I'll leave a little allowance of the fishing line because I need to adjust the beads a little bit. Yeah. So I'll just leave a small allowance there. Then make a knot. When you make a knot, the knot will get in the male. Can do another knot just to be sure. Make it as tight as possible before you cut the fishing line. Cut the fishing line on both sides, like that. And there goes our choker. Using my lighter, I'm going to light it a little bit because I want this end to have a little kind of ending. What? I think these things are best used by those who know how to, rather who smoke. Some of us just learning to. Anyway, that is it. I have my necklace here. So I'm going to put there. I'm going to screw back the nails smaller, but those are the steps how to make. Yes, I really do appreciate, guys. It was my first one, and I know the second one will be good, better, and probably the best as you continue like that. So I'm going to end this video here, and I really do appreciate your time. Yeah, I totally do not take it for granted.